Or Twitch will decide to run double ads. I don't even know anymore. Hi everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello people. Hello friends. Let's zoom in a little on Pow here. Is the camera frozen? Or is Pow just not moving? Such is the question. I think the camera might be frozen. I'm just gonna fix this real quick. Okay, no, she's just not moving. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, I see her jaw going now. Hi! Hi friends. Welcome in. It's Saturday morning. We're gonna do some stitching. It's gonna be good. It is heckin' rainy today. Yeah. It says it's heckin' rainy today. They're so cozy. I am also equally cozy. Right before stream started, I heard a rumbling noise, and it was either thunder or someone upstairs moving furniture. I really hope it was thunder. I'm a little lower energy today. I do have a migraine, but I was really looking forward to stream because I took several streams off, and then we had our chaos couch stream, and that was a lot of fun, but it wasn't Stitch with me. So we're back. We're doing a Stitch with me. I have stitching. You're gonna do it with me. I have 0 cats today. Welcome in, Moon. Thank you so much for grabbing your coffee. You and Toot are coffee twins today. Good morning, good morning. We are starting a... Okay, ads are done. Yay. We are starting a new project today. I'm doing a shop sample. This is going to be December's freebie, so if you like this pattern, then you'll be able to get it December 1st. So definitely check that out. The best way to get the freebies is through the Patreon. Toot's got me. The best way to get the freebies is through the Patreon, because you get them emailed directly to you. Otherwise, you can pick them up on Coffee. I post them at some point during the day on the first of the month on Coffee, but the best way is by signing up to the Patreon as a free member. You also get a monthly newsletter. This month just went out yesterday, so if you want a bunch of excess cat pictures and such, then yeah, check out the Patreon. But we're starting. I'm doing the sample. I'm using this piece of fabric. This is a scrap of fabric that I dyed myself. I had this was 14 count ivory Zweigart. And I took this and a bunch of other scrap pieces of fabric that were a variety of sizes and shapes. White, ivory, and tan, I believe was one. Balled them up, stuffed them in a jar, poured dye on top, and then left the jar for like 6 hours. And then this is what happened. This is how I dye things. And every single piece of fabric looks different. They look really cool. Morning, Kali. Welcome in. So this is the one that I picked for this piece. I think I'm gonna go with this side because it's a little bit darker. And like, that's the thing, even the two sides of the fabric are different with this method. So yeah, because I thought this would look good on a green. Maybe like a solid green would work as well, but I'm gonna do a this pattern green instead. I'm not sure if I want to do it right in the middle or if I want to go over here, because it does kind of matter with the dyed fabric, the effect that you get, depending on where you put your hoop. So this is going to be about the size of the finished thing. So it's kind of like, let's frame what we want our piece to look like. I like it over here. I think I'm going to go right here. This is one of my Amazon hoops with the clicky ridge, because Toot is using my tiny nurge right now. We have a small clicky hoop. Clicky ridge. Right before bed last night, we were watching Chiba the Hut stream, and he was talking about Biscoff cookie butter like non-stop, which is not a good thing to do right before bed because Toot was hungry. Okay, they got their gingerbread cookies. It's fine. Also, you guys might have seen a version of this, so there are actually going to be 3 versions of this. One is the one that I'm stitching on today, which you can see here. It says hibernate. One says rest is necessary. And then you might have seen me working on this one, which is almost done. This one is take easy, also important. And for this I used Karen Water Lily Silk for the lettering, and then for the coffee, the mug as well. Which turned out just absolutely gorgeous. Morning, Cheryl, welcome in. And that one's almost finished, so I'm gonna finish that up probably today. Cheryl says silk is so nice. It was lovely to work with, it really was. So let's put everything back in my little pencil box, which is labeled Crabo because all of my friction pens are in the kitchen for some reason. That last game of Faz took way longer than you thought. Okay, I don't have first, second, third redeems. You can arrive whenever you like, precisely when you mean to. We're all wizards here. This pattern was a bit of an experiment with black work. The short little piece of floss. I wonder if there's a matching piece of floss here that I just didn't see. Oh no, there's not. Bit of an experiment. I don't usually do black work designs, but I felt like it. One of those design things, it just, not like it came to me in a dream, it was just like, you know what? You know what would be cool? Messing around with black work, and I needed a freebie for December, so here we are, cozy little December freebie. My original freebie for December was going to be next year's temperature cell, because that was what I did last year, but I'm making that a paid pattern this year. Just because I put a ton of work into it, and I'm trying to remember to value my own work. Not that I don't value the work that I put into the freebies, it's just, it's different. It's about there where I'm starting. That was the sloppiest way of finding the center of the fabric, but that's okay. I'm not super fussed about it because I know that I'm going to be finishing it for the sample. My only whole reservation about this fabric is that it's too light for the contrast, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna do some of it and see how it looks. Actually, I might, after I finish this thread, I might skip and do the coffee cup, and that way I can see how both of the threads look. And Cheryl's random coffee of the day was Tinto. Which, hi baby girl. Which was actually one of the suggestions that Cheryl gave me for the random coffees of the day. The Colombian drink. Early Granny, you wanna lay down? Okay, Daddy will move their product placement for you, and the Furbies can go. Thank you so much for the for the appreciation. Hi. Alright. Hey Crazy Flakes, lay down. Poor Early got sat on by her brother earlier. She was sleeping peacefully by the window. Gigi was sitting on my desk and he spotted a squirrel or a bird or something and leapt off my desk onto Early and was like yelling out the window. You know the ek 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 thing that the cats do? He was doing that at the window, but he had his front paws on the windowsill and his butt was on Early. Like one leg was all the way up on her back. I was like, my son, why are you like this? With Early, no less. Good morning, welcome in. Happy cozy Saturday. If you guys are working on any projects while hanging out, let me know. I'd love to know. Really would like some love. Charles says he doesn't know he's bigger than the others. Gigi has absolutely no concept of how large he is. He has no bodily awareness. Like, his butt is just gigantic and it just... he slams it around. Toot's working on cuddly cryptids. Cheryl might get something out soon. Good, good, good. Since I hecked you up with the sample. Cheryl is model stitching for me and I need them to change its color. Callie says intention is to cast off my mom's shirt. Ooh, close to a finish. Is it close to a finish? Do you still have to do sleeves? Oh, but that's over there. Yeah. Nice. I have to do a slight knitting related thing. I want to patch my cowl, which got a hole in it. So I have to do some darning. I'm hoping that because it's large, the darning won't be as hard on my hands. Darning was the first thing I stopped being able to do. Charles says it's fine, but I have to work up to ripping out the hundreds of stitches. I know. I feel so bad. We were talking about how, like, it's fine, you just kind of need some, like, an adjustment. And I was saying that too, and I call it when our brains need to kerchunk over. Like a really rusty gear just needs to like kerchunk over into place, and then it can start turning. Sleeves done, just need to weave in star and finish threads and cast off. So close. I hope we can adequately... Early, you're gonna get poked in the eye with a needle. I know. You need love. We cuddled literally all night. Literally all night. I woke up and you were still sleeping on my head. We're just loving early now. That's all we're doing.
Good morning, starshine.
Thank you so much for the
Leo
resub.
says hello.
Welcome in, welcome in. I'll have to get you a sticker in the book. Toot says Early was so done with their shit by the time we went to bed last night. Yup. Early was just ready for bed and ready to be cozy and cuddling her daddy, and Toot was not about that life. Mike says I'm working on the final color of the final 2 leaves in this week's Sal Clue. Amazing. And you're going to get the final clue comes out on Monday. I can't believe it. I said this before. I cannot believe that the final clue comes out on Monday, and I am so incredibly excited. Like, it's just... Alright. We have to rearrange a little bit, Earls. I'm sorry. I need to get my markers. Cheryl says, it feels like I'm turning a large ship. I'm still going in the wrong direction, but it's starting to slow and switch. That's also a good metaphor for it. Like, we're just kind of turning around. Alright, so we need a Lady K sticker. Beyonce got a spooter, so maybe I give Lady K a spooter in a web, and they can cuddle over here. Go. Charles says it's so cute, but I haven't felt able to work on it in weeks. You mean the Sal? I'm sorry about that. Also, I have another thing to add to my board here because we hit another milestone while we were offline. We got 420 followers. I know it's silly, but we hit 420. That's the silly internet number. 420 followers. Which I know you guys can't really see that, but it's there. Let's do some little flowers. There we go. Okay. There we go. There's a sticker for Lady K. Thank you again for the resub. Super appreciate you. Toot just jump scared me. But yeah, I understand. Like, sometimes you're just not able to work on a certain project, but I hope you're able to get back to it soon. Whoops. Oh, nope. Maybe we don't do snakes today. call me a coward for not wanting early to eat someone? Hi. Hello, my son. Yeah, you can't dig into my hand. Okay. Early, why are you suddenly taking an interest in the snacks? Early says all pets stream. Alright. Hi. I'm uncertain about the contrast. I think it's more subtle than I was going for. I'm gonna get the white out and see how the white looks. Where did I put my? Here it is. I have a piece of solid dark green that I think would work well. I was just hoping to be able to use my hand-dyed. Gotta get some of my hydration in. Did I mention I'm feeling migrainey? Okay. I'm feeling migrainey. I think Toot just confirmed. But, hydration helps with that. So I have my advanced hydration, I've got water, then I've got Dr. Pepper for the caffeine, which also helps with the migraines. It doesn't always help everyone's migraines. It helps mine, though. Alright, so going off the pattern. 2, 4, 6, up 1, go. I haven't really designed black work before, I think I said that, but I wanted to give it a shot this time. I've been looking at some really beautiful black work patterns from different designers. There's a Narnia one, like a mandala of Narnian symbols. That looked really, really pretty. I might try that one. Or I might just keep designing my own, because I also enjoyed the design process of this. It was a bit more different brain-wise. I don't know if I get annoying talking about my design process for everything. I don't mean to, like, be constantly talking about being a designer. It's just that's kind of how I think of things. My frame of reference.
Drink.
Thank you for the hydrate. Welcome in, Mama Chaos. Welcome in. And a breathe and stretch from Mama Chaos as well. Advanced GG. Use code COZY10. I love the tangerine hydration. And it doesn't have citric acid. Alright, let's do our breathe and stretch. Oh, stretch. And then yeah, the finger extension stretch that I enjoy doing. you just kind of very gently grasp your fingertip and pull out the joint, give it a little wiggle. It's really nice. Sometimes you get really satisfying pops out of this. But I find especially for crafting, I really like this one. It just kind of resets your hands. You want to pull until, not until it hurts, but until it almost hurts. Like you can kind of feel the, kind of feel stuff settling back into place. Mike says, I'm often reluctant to use hand-dyed fabric for the very reason you're dealing with now. The pattern of the fabric makes certain colors not work. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. I found that it was the same kind of challenge that I encountered in knitting when I was trying to use hand-dyed yarn. In that you don't really know what the color's going to do. It's very unpredictable. And it doesn't always look the best, but sometimes it looks amazing and you don't really know until you do it, so. Is he any warmer than he was?
No.
Can't have my glasses, Penny. Oh. I suddenly had 3 hands, it's fine. Although, if you guys watched the Chaos Couch stream from last week, there was a full Toot reveal. Oh, sorry, full Commander reveal. Yeah. It was definitely a Commander and not Toot dressing up like Commander. I have a piece of hand-dyed fabric that I really desperately want to use for something, but it can't be anything that's too busy itself. I think the thing it would be best suited for actually would be a blackwork pattern or like a monocolor Quaker just in white. And then like the pattern almost becomes, the stitching almost becomes like not secondary, but a companion to the fabric itself, and the fabric becomes a really big part of the design. Alright. So what do we think of that? I'm gonna get Toot over here to get their opinion too. I have no idea if you guys heard that, but Toot just yelled no. What do you think? Is that too light? Should I go with the dark green?
Dark green?
You like it? Okay. Thank you. I don't know why. Toot turned on my Furbies. My Furblets, sorry. These are my Halloween Furblets. Can I help you? This one. I love my Furblets. They're unhinged. Alright, I think I'm gonna, this is Toot approved. I'm gonna continue with this, because I do like the way that the white is looking. And I think the Hibernate will show up better the further I get into this green. Are you done causing chaos? Are you sure? I have regrets. I have regrets about what I did here. I have regrets. But it's okay. We're just gonna snip this and stitch over it. It's fine. Everything's fine. Take this and put it in my ort jar. My ort potion bottle. This is where I keep my orts. Those orts. Furbies can go over there. All these loose threads can be snipped. I love dyeing fabric. I hate dealing with the fabric after it's been dyed, like washing it, ironing it, dealing with all these fuzzy flyaways, which I realize I wouldn't have to do if I serged the fabric beforehand, but I don't sew, so that's not gonna happen. There's Artner. Ah. Toot has mystery liquid. Toot is drinking a sour gummy worm rain. In the morning, I get Toot's drinks. Or usually drink. Oh, I heck this up. So sometimes Toot doesn't know what energy drink they're drinking. But sometimes it's a surprise me. Okay, I'm going to continue working on the white until I'm done this thread, which is what I said for the brown, but I lied. This is the design process. This is try, fail, try, fail, try, fail. Try, succeed. Although having already stitched most of this once, I kind of know this is gonna... The pattern itself is gonna work out, it's just the color balances right now. So, yeah. And I have the dark version and the light version, which I both love very much. No, that's not right either. Apparently black work is hard to do on stream. Or maybe it's the migraine. The migraine making me stupid. That could very well be a thing. Not like stupid in a I'm beating myself up because I'm stupid way, just a yeah, Father Newt way. Some migraines I have that are mostly pain and they just kind of knock me out and I have to sleep until they're over. Some migraines make me super dizzy. Some migraines make me have hallucinations. Some migraines make me turn into a loopy space cadet who is generally fine, just really loopy. And we call that person Father Newt. And I think this is a Father Newt migraine. It comes from when I was on really strong painkillers for one of my various chronic conditions. And I decided that Moon was my son, named Taquito. And I don't, yeah. It's a thing. But now, like, we use it as shorthand for I'm feeling really spacey and loopy, don't trust me with, you know, directions or coherent thoughts. I'm usually in a really good mood when I'm Father Newt, though. Like, I'm feeling good today, emotionally. I'm just a bit out of it. Which is good. I like that. I think a while ago, I was saying that it was an interesting design for me, not just because it's something that I don't usually do, but even trying to figure out angles. Because, like, you can see that there's repeating motifs in this. And I use, like, rotate and flip and mirror tools. But, like, even those weren't working the way that I usually see them work. So it was a bit more of a brain puzzle than I thought it was going to be making this wreath. Toot is stitching Mothman. A big happy. Good. Good. I like Mothman. I was browsing cut files last night, SVG files, for decor I could cut out with the Cricut, and there are lots of good Mothman ones. Lots of good Mothman ones. I want to make a sign for my bathroom. And other things with the Cricut. Probably not today. But soon. And for the rest of your life.
Thank you, Toot.
Thank you, Toot. I'm guessing that was a hydrate. Yes, it was a hydrate. Thank you, thank you. This will be December's freebie. I am working that far ahead. I have January's freebie already designed. I just need to do the stitch. I'm designing into January right now. Mainly because I feel like I'm horrendously behind, even though January is several months away. And I do not need stitched model samples for every design, I keep telling myself, and yet I still stress out about that. But speaking of, if there's anyone in chat, 1, 2, 3, who would like to stitch the third version of this that says rest is necessary, let me know. I'd be happy to send you the files. I just need your pictures before the last week of November. Messed up again. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move my pattern because it's over here on my second monitor, but like on the other side. So we're gonna move it over here. We're gonna put Discord there, and then we're gonna zoom in. Zoom and enhance. There we go. Okay, that might help instead of me squinting at the pattern. Mike says, I love the apparent contradiction of doing black work and white floss. Yeah, I like it. I love when black work is done in non-black or red. Because red work is a thing too. Which is black work but done in red. I don't know if this is white work or it's just black work. If you're not familiar with what black work is, it's this basically. It's using backstitch and straight stitch to create the design instead of cross stitches. And sometimes it does use cross stitches as well. Like I used them for the center of the flowers. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope, that was wrong. I can count to 5, I can't count to 3 apparently. Was there. Yes, exactly. I am the GG math. We are no longer doing moon math, we're doing GG math. Moon was talking the other day in her server about she didn't have the energy to stitch, or she didn't have the energy to get her stitching supplies, so she was just scrolling patterns on Etsy instead. And that was like the most relatable thing. It's the as Yasha called it, the creative doom scrolling. You guys do that? Like just browse patterns in when you're not up to the mental energy of stitching? I browse patterns a lot when I'm heading off to sleep. I think that's my pre-sleep activity. Hey! Hello Moon, hello Commander on the big screen. Hello Yuna! Yuna! Baby! Heckin' with Yuna. Yuna! Yuna, your Uncle DH loves you very much. Hello, everyone! Hi, Pyro, welcome in! Pyro, taking it back to the 90s with You All Just Lost the Game. Thank you for that. Welcome in, Pyro. Charles says usually knitting patterns, but yes, it used to be knitting patterns for me. I'd go to Ravelry and go to the patterns tab and just browse Hot Right Now. Or frickin' hours. Now it's Etsy, Instagram, and 123 Stitch. Because Etsy is just... there's so much AI stuff. It's so hard to know, and then you get like stressed out, and then you're like, I just don't want to deal with this, and then you leave. And Instagram is dangerous because of how many designers I am mutuals with. Like, it's just... there's a lot of danger on the internet when... I mean... but there's a lot of danger when there are lots of pretty patterns and you don't have enough time to stitch them all. Thank you for the breathe and stretch. Ooh, I got a good pop out of that one. Alright, and abominate too. Ooh, sorry about that. And a coworker appreciation. I will appreciate a coworker when they appear. I also hydrated. Alright, let's bobbinate. Boop. What shall we bobbinate today? Let's do one of these purples and get them back where they belong. This is the 552, 553, 552, and you are you on a good bobbin? Let's find out. No. Okay, so we need a new bobbin for you. Toot says, I'll appreciate the grudge for you. Thank you. Let's all appreciate Bella and her intense grudge noises. 5, 5. I don't know why I'm trying to write this in my hand. It's making my handwriting terrible. Five, 5, 2. Okie dokie. Have a length cut. Spino Spooks! I think this was the first message I've ever read in this channel and my heart is broken. Pyro, what have you done? Pyro! Hi Spino, welcome, welcome. Pyro would make me stop what I was doing and bobbinate a skein, which, you know, needs to be done every now and then. As you, this is my box of stuff that needs to be bobbinated, so as you can see, I've got like more. Got 300. I've got 974, and then we'll get back to stitching. You can see the project that I'm working on down in the corner by the goblin. Typing interlude.
Thank you, Toot.
Thank you for the hydrate, Toot. I'm using my big Star Wars tumbler. I've got dual hydration. I'm dual wielding hydration and then tri wielding caffeine. Help with this migraine. Yeah, welcome in. We're just talking chat. We're just talking chat. Yep, that's what I said. We're talking projects, so if you're working on anything while you're watching, let us know. Even if what you're working on is relaxing. They pretty gloomy Saturday morning here. So probably just a chill day of stitching and puttering around the house for me. Got some floors to sweep. Children to take care of. By children I of course mean cats. And snakes and tortoises. Commander says I hydrated Yuna too. Good. Sure. Toot hydrated Yuna, not me. Been enjoying your first day in about a week and a half where you can breathe properly, been stupidly sick recently and finally starting to feel better. Oh man, that October slide has got us all. Yay for healing! Yeah, I feel like a lot of us got hit by an October, like we call it the October slide in chronic illness circles, because it's like the weather's changing and our immune systems are all funked up and everybody kind of just gets generally sick and then kind of get over it, hopefully. But I'm glad you're feeling better, and I'm glad that you took some time to hang out with us. I'm almost done this bobbin, and then we can go back to stitching. Garbage. Oh, this bobbin is done, so this needs to be put away. There we go. A little bit of clinking and cluttering and rustling as I put that away. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go back to hibernating. Because that's what we'll want to do. And hibernation is good. Rest is good. Taking easy is good. Because I had the idea of doing a phrase with a wreath, but I didn't know what phrase. So my first thought is always, of course, take easy, also important, because I haven't really done a take easy, also important pattern since the original socks pattern. And I also know that it's not really a universal saying. It's very specific to this community. But I wanted that vibe, so I designed take easy, also important, but then like a couple of other messages that are similar. Although I'm really, really happy with how this one came out, so I might be doing some more designs like this. It's funny, I like stitching like phrases, you know, designs that are like phrases with decoration. I like stitching those, but I haven't really designed many. One of my very first designs was that the crock pots are electric cauldrons. That was a cute one. Hi Earls, welcome back. You want some appreciation? Here, from Pyro. Do a little scritchy down the back. I know there was someone out the window. Are you gonna go look? Mike is planning to be on Twitch later. Twitch a lot today. Oh, Dace is really close to the end of Eevee? Amazing. That is a huge pattern. 400,000 stitches. Really pretty though. It's got the it's got like all the evolutions. Very pretty pattern. That's exciting for Dace. Happy for him. Gotta feel good. I'm still only at about 20% on my full coverage. I can't imagine what it'll feel like when I'm that close, you know? Although with my full coverage there's backstitch, so I'll finish the stitching and then I'll have to go and do backstitching. It says I can't believe the captioners know the word evolutions. Evolutions, yeah. Probably because the caption is built for gaming Twitch streams. So I think that word is probably used quite often in that circle, like more often in those circles than in general captioning. But yeah, my big full coverage has backstitch and gold braid. I need to figure out how to do braid. So I might like finish doing all the stitching in the backstitched areas and do the backstitch, and then like the final like downhill slope will be background. That might be the strat. So I might be doing more in this style. Oh, there's so many things I want to design. That's the problem. Like, there's so many things I want to stitch by other people. And there's also so many things that I want to design that I just feel like I have no time for either one. Right now, what I was working on the last couple days was a design collab with one of our Faz friends, Hex. Doing a bit of an art collab with her. I've been working on that. I've got so many ideas, so many ideas. I'm full of ideas and not full of executive function. Good morning, Commander. Hello, hello. I do not have a hex command. No, I need to make a hex command. Thank you for the reminder. But we're actually about to go to ad, so I'm going to appreciate early. And what we're going to do is we are going to have a 3-minute ad so that we keep pre-rolls off. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to chill. I've got my... Let's do the stitch break. Yep. Okay. I'm going to turn the music up a little bit, so just enjoy the music, enjoy the critter cams, and I will see you guys in 3 minutes.
stars shine. The earth says hello.
And we're back! Moon, thank you so much for the resub. 29 months. That is indeed almost a year. And also, I know you know how to use Twitch. That's very good. So I got out the book. Book. Actually, Moon gave me this sticker. This is a sticker from Moon. So I have been saving. There's a specific sticker that I've been saving for Moon. And it is this cat witch on a broom. And you're gonna go right here next to Toot. Going to be I'm gonna put 29. That's awesome. So yeah, this is our book of support. If you guys want a sticker in here, you can subscribe, you can cheer bits, or you can gift subs, or you can raid the channel. And you'll get your very own sticker. I also keep track of other milestones, like we hit 420 followers, and I sold 4 patterns on release day for one of the patterns, which is that's a new milestone for the shop that we've never gotten to before, which is very, very cool. And Toot with the bits. Thank you so much for the bits. I need a custom bit redeem. Alright, so Toot got bits. And I was actually just looking at this and I'm like, this is a perfect sticker for Toot right here. This one right here. It's a little cat with a pumpkin hat. Let's see, let's put it down here next to the sold 4 patterns. And we have to do purple for Toot. Let's see. Toot. 5. Thank you for the bits, Toot. So yeah, just like that, you get a sticker in the book. So there is Moon sticker, and there is Toot sticker. You guys completely filled up the page last month. This was last month. Sorry, it's a little bit too close because early's in the way. So I went for smaller stickers this month, and you guys are almost filling up the page again. We still have like a week and a half left to go. I'm very excited. Thank you guys so much for all the support. We really, Toot and I really appreciate it. You guys help us out so much. Everything we earn from Twitch, from the shops, from Patreon goes right into caring for these guys. Yeah, taking care of our kids. Although I did hit that milestone again with Goblin Coffee. Someone bought one on the first, on release day, which was very exciting. Because Goblin Coffee is very good. I love that pattern. And I am so excited to design more in that series. Actually, I might do a little bit of that today, depending on the migraine. We'll see. I might just sketch. Because when a migrainey staring at a grid on a screen is not the best, but I can still draw. I have a sketchbook that I use. Mike says I am about 3/4 of the way through one of your other patterns with words. Oh, there's good in this world, and it is worth fighting for, from Lord of the Rings. It has been in hibernation for a little while. Oh, I'm so glad you're stitching that up and enjoying it. I have mine on my wall behind me. Maybe I'll put a picture in the server. But when I was a teenager, a friend's mom gave me a set of posters of original Alan Lee art, and he's the one who did all the art for The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, the first editions. So I put up one of those posters along with that, and it's not on my wall of cross stitch is behind my desk there, so that's on my wall back there, so I can remember. I've got a map of Middle Earth that I need to get framed or laminated or something, somehow protected, and I want to put that up as well. I think framed instead of laminated. Moon says I have eaten, now I stitch with you. Excellent. Moon is fueled and ready. Stitching machine. I'm liking the way this is coming out. I think a little bit of my hesitation is that I keep the light in this room a little bit low. Why is this tilted like that? Thank you. I keep the light in this room a little bit low during stream because otherwise the cats blow out the camera completely. So I'm in low light, but I really like the way this is coming out. Okay, alright, we're doing this. Early is doing her I must rest upon you thing. Her chin is resting on my arm here. I think you guys can just about barely see it. And then I get her little waffly breaths against my arm until I get overstimulated and have to move her. Commander says that Early is saying, I need to cuddles, Daddy. I need them. Yeah. I know, you just want to be close to me. I know. My chin needs a lot of rest. Is your chin tired from this carry? But yeah, I want to do more in this style. I definitely have to do more Saint Skelly pieces. I have so many ideas for that, and I really like... I have ideas, but they're coalescing into patterns. Because the patterns kind of brew in my head, and they spin around, and then they brew, they bubble, they simmer. And then when they're ready to come out, they're usually, it's a pretty fast design process because I've been thinking about them so long. And a few of them are ready to be expressed. Sketching today might be good. Yeah, little waffly purrs. Little waffly purrs for daddy. Oh, girl. I love this hydration blend from Advanced. Like, I woke up and I could feel the migraine and I could feel the headache, and I knew I was dehydrated as part of it, and I chugged maybe half of my Advanced hydration, and my body was like, yes, electrolytes, nutrition, minerals. Hydration and caffeine are my, in addition to medication, is how I get through migraines, but not coffee. Coffee is delicious, but does not help with migraines. Charles says, I've ripped out many stitches, but now need a break. Absolutely. Take a break. Do something much more fun. Right now, it just looks like I'm greeting my mom's old roommate. Hi, Bern. What's up, Bern? Hi, Bern. My mom's old roommate was named Bernadette. I grew up with a, family friend named Bern. We also have a family friend named Vern. Got confusing. Really's cracking me up. Moon says, I'm glad it helped. Yeah, it really did. Especially because usually I would go for Gatorade, but Gatorade has citric acid, so it would interfere with my meds, and even if the father Newtoning is happening, my ADHD meds might still be helping, so I don't want to nerf them right when I take them. We'll see. I get weird migraines. Commander said he will try the waifu energy today. Excellent. I sent you both strawberry and blueberry waifu, so enjoy your choice of waifus. Some of the advanced, like this is the advanced tangerine that I'm drinking, and it's got like pretty normal branding. Some of them are in collaboration with brands, with streamers, or with like different animes, and they've got like anime girls and stuff on them, which is why Commander is calling them the waifu energy. Hey, Lady K. Yeah. Waifu energy. He said he will need waifu energy to go shopping today, and I said I'm right here. Aww. Moon supplying all the energy. Moon powered. In order to stitch this and not disturb early, I am in full gamer lean. Full gamer lean. Moon is the best waifu. Moon may be the best waifu, but Toot is the best cryptid foo. I'm biased, though. And TH is best boyfriend. I am best boyfriend. We were joking in Moon's stream that whoever like gets the most first or does the most resubs or something is the best boyfriend, and I win. I am the best boyfriend. Can't remember exactly what we were discussing at the time, but I am the best boyfriend. And Commander's best colony food provider. Aww. Everyone is the best at something. Toot needs to eat your face. I was going to remind you that you had Commander in the freezer to eat, because I didn't know if you had remembered. I think it was Stream Streaks. It might have been Stream Streaks. The unhinged ice cream cake that we got for Commander is there's leftovers in our freezer for Toot to eat, and I think it's just his shoulders at this point. His shoulders and the word batty knees. Oh, sorry, Earls. Okay, I'm shaking it out. I'm stretching it out now that Early has allowed me to move. Oh.
Thank you, Toot.
Breathe and stretch. Thank you for the breathe and stretch. Let's do another one of these and another one of these. Okay. Stretching out the arms and the shoulders. Commander showed the cake to his parents yesterday. Oh, that's adorable. What did they think of it? I was also going to ask if you gave her the bookmark, but I realized that's for Christmas, so we had to explain batty knees. Yeah, it's for the Giftmas season. I'm gonna say there's something about stitching, something about designing. I was gonna ask you guys, do you like black work designs? Have you done many black work designs? Let's talk about black work a little bit. Mike says Moon is now an expert on the blanket stitch. Moon is an expert on the blanket stitch and will never ever use this information ever again. But yeah, let me know your experience with black work. Moon says it was on her desk when they came in. Hope she didn't see it. Fuck the blanket stitch. That's most sewing for me. Moon's never done black work before. It's very satisfying, I have to say. I really enjoy it. And I like the process of designing it too. Looks like wrought iron. It does. There are some really cool blackwork patterns out there that just... There are some that are like, okay, yeah, that's blackwork. And there are some that are like, holy crap, that's blackwork. That looks incredible. There's a Ex Libris is the name on Etsy. I can't remember the name. I think it's... No, it's not Urban Threads. Urban Stitchery. They do black work as well, though. But there are some really incredible designers who do some really incredible black work. Mike says no experience with black work. It's close to backstitching, which is not my favorite. Honestly, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna like black work because I don't like backstitch. But it is different because you're not going through stitches that already exist. If that makes sense. Like, you're just stitching into blank fabric, which makes a huge difference in difficulty / annoying level. 3. I'm placing the coffee cup, so I'm just doing a lot of like squinting to make sure I'm in the right spot here. Charles says I like black backstitch. It always feels less fiddly than the crosses. Interesting. You've done, I believe, some of the Dimensions kits that uses backstitch for details. I haven't really done many of those. I did the little gamer elephant. Where are you, gamer elephant? I framed you. Where is she? On my wall. I did the little gamer elephant, which was interesting because it was very much like, oh, it's hanging in the sensory room. Okay. It was kind of like painting with watercolors and then taking a Sharpie and drawing a picture on top. But that's really the only time I've used backstitch very much, and it was fiddly, and I did not care for it. The finished product is amazing, and I love that I stitched it. And I loved trying out a new technique. I did not love the new technique, which is fine. I know a lot of Russian Ukrainian designers use that technique. Mike says I did watch Jay-Z stitching on a really intricate blackwork pattern related to Norse mythology. The results definitely look cool. I was going to mention Jay-Z's Norse mythology mandala because that's the designer I mentioned, Ex Libris. They do a lot of like mythology things. My downfall is that they have a tarot set of blackwork patterns that actually have the minor arcana as well as the major arcana, which is dangerous. Because usually, even if someone does like a full set of tarot, it doesn't have. It's just the major arcana. It's the 22. The 22 major arcana. I'm just gonna keep saying major arcana and pretend you guys know what that is. So, yeah. But one of my favorite cards is in the minor arcana, and it's so hard to find patterns of it, but Ex Libris has one and it danger. The 9 of Pentacles for reference. Can you tell that the Newtoning is creeping upon us? The Newtoning approaches. For whom does the newt? It newts for the newt. I'm winding this floss back on the bobbin, but I was leaning back because I didn't want it to get caught on Early's fur. But we're almost done with the driftwood. So I'm using 06, which is medium light driftwood. And then for the dark version, if you weren't using a variegated thread like I did, it's 08, which is dark driftwood. So same color, just darker. For the coffee. I really like this color for coffee. It's one of the new ones that came out in 2017. There is like coffee brown and mocha and everything like that, but I like this. I like the driftwood. I was trying to figure out a color for a pattern this morning. Well, headachy, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait until the sun comes up and then I'm gonna look at my color card. And then the sun came up and was immediately like, no, it's gonna be foggy, you're not gonna have great light for looking at stuff. Okay, thank you. Yes. Hi Earls, big stretchy girl. But yeah, I would recommend, if you've never tried black work before, give it a shot. You might enjoy it. Like you definitely don't have to do something huge and intricate. But I really enjoy doing it. Like I said, I've got a piece of fabric that I think would really benefit from doing black work. Or a monochrome Quaker. I haven't decided which. I haven't really found a Quaker pattern for it that I super love. Might just design my own. Thank you for the bobbinate, Commander. Let's get that going. Orly? Well, since we have 421 followers, I'm going to do 422. That's going to be our bobbin for this round. You're a bad bobbin. Why are you in here? Go away. You-wee. Commander is the bobbinator. Do I only have bobbinate at 500? I might need to bump that up. Although, like, no one really redeems it, so I don't worry about it too much. 422. TH is the bobbinator. I am the auto bobbinator for Toot. I am the auto bobbinator, auto kitter, auto fabric cutter. Oh my god, if you guys didn't see Toot's project that they finished yesterday, it is so freaking cute. It's Witchy Stitcher put out a series of teeny weeny Halloweeny designs, which are just small little like 35 by 35 designs. And then Toot did it on 18 count black. It is so small, the cute aggression. And of course, Toot stitching is like super neat. And it just looks incredible. I always get excited when Toot is like, can you kit up this? Which, because it means that they're close to a finish. And it's like, I share in that joy of a finish. Although after this one, I'm covered on shop samples until January. I'm stitching the January freebie myself. Other than that, no shop samples going on for me. Whoop. Which is good, because when I'm doing a shop sample, especially a tiny one. Oh, I'm working on the temp style snake shop sample, never mind. Bloop. I tend to hyper focus on it until it's done, especially if it's a small one like this. But my stitching focus has been on a Needle-Lot Designs piece that I've been working on that I really want to see finished. Poking along on that one. I was doing it by color, like doing color completion, and I was like, okay, I'll make a giant knot, and I was like, I'll do the part that's the next in this like section, which turned out to be the color that had the most stitches in the entire piece by like a long shot. So I'm still working on that one color several days later, and also it required a ton of counting, but now that I've done it, I don't need to count that much for the rest of the pattern, which is nice. Oh my god. Not. Why did you not? Can you not? Commander said we might be hydrating with the exact same things today because yesterday I bought pizza near school and it came with a can of Dr. Pepper. Do you have Dr. Pepper too? I have Dr. Pepper. Are you a Dr. Pepper? I'm a Dr. Pepper. Everyone's a Dr. Pepper. This is my Dr. Pepper. Newt asked for not. Jeez. What was I talking about? I've completely forgotten. Commander says I am Dr. P. Mike asks, and the P stands for family. Okay, are you Vin Diesel now? Mike asks, any more submissions to send to Just Cross Stitch? I sent 5 in for this most recent batch. The mission's closed a couple days ago, so we'll wait and find out. Hey, crazy lady, welcome in. Welcome in. I have a large knot that I am trying to undo that I might have to ask Toot to undo instead, because I don't know what I'm... Before I make it worse, I'm going to... I'm gonna ask Toot for help with this. If Toot can't help me, I'm gonna cut it out. Let's put you in my little stitch box. $11. Okay. Toot, help! Toot's prices went up. It used to be $7. Now it's $11. Inflation, man. I think my camera's flickering. You guys see that? Or was it me? I have visual distortion, so... Yes, it was flickering, I believe. Just turn that off. Okay, I'm just gonna replug it and make sure it doesn't keep doing that. Okay, we're good. Commander approves that Toot only asks for payment in prime number increments. So the next rate will be 13, I believe. Yeah, inflation sucks. We need our salaries so we can spend money on cross-stitch patterns and cross-stitch supplies. That is the most important thing. There's too many good patterns, guys. There's too many good patterns. We know too many talented people who keep putting out stuff that's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm stitching this now. Flossy Fox has been teasing their pattern for next month, and it looks like something that I will be highly interested in. Oh no. Charles says I spend more on knitting and sewing, but yes, yeah. Yeah, craft supplies. We need craft supplies. Although one thing I'm running weirdly low on is 14 count solid Ada. I thought that was like what I had the most of in my stash, which is why I was trying to like pick up other stuff, and I overdid it. So we've got like a lot of fancy fabrics and a lot of like 16 count, but not a lot of solid 14 count, other than the stuff that is set aside for Rainbow Project for Toot. Commander asked, does craft dinner count? Yes. There was an urban legend at my university about some students who lived in off-campus housing who gave themselves scurvy because they ate nothing but craft dinner. I'm sure it was an urban legend, but it's hilarious. Charles says cross-stitch is a fairly cheap craft. Yay, you have the blue for me. That blue is so pretty too. You still get the old recipe up there? I have no idea. We have a recipe. It's delicious. They changed it here a while ago and you don't like it? Oh no. Mike says, is that not counting black fabric? No, we still have the not most of the swath. We still have quite a large swath of black fabric. It says it is not delicious. It's weirdly sweet up here. Okay, I love it. Apparently Canada eats more KD than the rest of the world combined. Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely tracks. So you're not running out of that Ada? No. We're not going to run out of black Ada for at least a couple of months. I think I bought that Ada like well over a year ago. I would say almost 2 years. It's been almost 2 years at that point since I bought that vast swath of black Ada. Charles says the new stuff is very, very bitter. and that they don't like sweet and savory mixed. Generally, yeah. Toot says I don't either, but I found a lot of things up here are weirdly sweet. Yes, Toot has mentioned that, especially with ranch dressing. If it's like Canadian ranch, it's too sweet. I have done a learning. I don't put sugar in my cornbread. That is a no-no. Toot says yes. Yeah, apparently our ranch is too sweet, which could be why I don't like it, because I like American ranch. I don't like Canadian ranch. Toot says nightmare for my southern ass is that I can't find good ranch up here. Don't have Toot try Kraft's coleslaw dressing then. All Kraft dressings are too sweet. I don't know if it's just Kraft in general, it's just adding sweetness to stuff that doesn't need sweetness. Char likes jalapeno and cheddar in their cornbread. Oh, you like a sweet coleslaw? Interesting. Yeah, I've been making the Jiffy cornbread, but I think I'm gonna make some from scratch this week. Gonna be my goal. Scratch cornbread. We got the littlest tiny casserole dishes to make cornbread in. And then we got a one of those like silicone mold baking sheets of skulls, and those are also for cornbread. Or muffins. I might make muffins. We've got a Jiffy muffin mix that I've got to use up. I was thinking of making those the other day when I made the cornbread, but I did not. I've been feeling well enough to cook and bake a little bit more, which has been really nice. Charles says it's more of a western, southwestern thing, but you can also bake it on top of chili. We've done that. We did that in the crock pot once, and it was delicious. It was very good. You pour the cornbread, like, you do the chili, and then you pour the cornbread batter over the top, and, like, it bakes and creates a crust. It was very good. The only thing I found is that it got soggy. Like, it was good when it was fresh, but it got soggy as leftovers, which was unfortunate. Almost finished this cup of coffee. Not one I am drinking. This little cup of coffee here. Means you gotta eat more. Okay, next time I make it, I'll have you over and then you can eat all of it while it's fresh. We just need to have Commander and Moon over more so we can all cook together. Holly says, speaking of sweet things, I enjoy Miracle Whip more than mayo. Interesting. I also enjoy Miracle Whip. Like, I enjoy them both, but in separate applications. Because I think it's that sweet savory thing again. Toot says we need to lock them in the games room the next time they visit so we can keep them. Done. We're gonna be a true crime documentary. Hi girls, welcome back. Carl is not a Miracle Whip fan. Not enough sour. That makes sense. knowing your palate. I had, oh, it was so good. So we went to Costco and we got the gyros. So you know, like the infamous Costco hot dogs. They sell them, like you can bring the hot dogs home in a package to cook up yourself, that kind of thing. So I made one yesterday and it was delicious. I actually might make some for lunch. Yeah, that might happen. I just realized I could do that. And I put pickle ketchup and ghost pepper hot sauce on it, and it was amazing. Carl says it's like the pickle ketchup, needs vinegar or lemon juice in it, as is traditional. And Thomas says Miracle Whip is top tier, but it's different from mayo and should not be treated as such. Exactly, yeah. It's good, but it's not mayo. I like it with roast beef. That was my go-to in college, actually. Speaking of like college foodways, is I'd head to the library, and there was like a coffee shop across from the library, where it was like the campus coffee shop, so you could use your like campus money. So I would duck in there. I get a roast beef and cheddar sandwich with Miracle Whip and a caramel latte, and that was my thing. Every single time I went into the library I got those two things. Charles says roast beef need horseradish. I had never had horseradish at this point, and I thought that I didn't like it because my parents didn't like it. So I had never tried it, but I agree. Roast beef does need horseradish. When we get Arby's, I slather the horseradish on. Moon says, I grew up thinking I hated mayo because we only had Miracle Whip at home. Because my mom is intolerant to eggs. Yeah, I feel like that is me with a lot of things. Like, I grew up thinking I didn't like this or that. I grew up thinking I didn't like gravy and stuffing because my grandmother is really bad at making both of those things. Bless her. So I thought I just didn't like them. It just turns out that I wasn't having very good examples of them. I read I am unhinged in Commander's comment, and I just full stop. I'm unhinged and I like to dip cheddar cheese in Miracle Whip. You will dip anything in anything. You have the most cursed flavor combinations. Charles is also egg intolerant, but only multiple eggs. Moon says true. Yeah. Commander will dip anything in anything. Especially if you're like joking about a cursed combination, Commander will then go eat the cursed combination. That's just the way that they roll. Honestly, I expected a lot more cursed combinations from you while you were here. With the slushy machine. But we didn't have that much time. For cursed shit. We did try, there is you guys know Sour Punch straws? They're like sour candy. So for Halloween they did a roulette where an unknown number of candies, so all the candy looks the same, an unknown number of them were spicy instead of sweet. So Commander and I tried them and realized that we couldn't tell which ones were supposed to be spicy because they were not spicy. It was if they had been like super spicy, it would have been a fun game, but we were just like, is this the spicy one? Is this the spicy one? What about this one? in the end, it was like, oh, this one tastes different from the others. I think this is supposed to be the spicy one. Cheryl said, I did see you eat pickled cotton candy, hot sauce, and Cinnadust mixed together. Yep, that was a fun stream. That was hilarious. Also, this is my trick for when I have a piece that's too small for a needle minder. Because I don't like just sticking it in there like that. This is the lid of my bobbin box, and I actually put the needle minder, like, here's the magnet for the needle, so it stays in place. And I just put the needle minder on top of the magnet box. On top of the floss box. But we're done the driftwood. We did hibernate and the coffee. So we are back to the... Why was this on the bobbin? Early, explain. Why did I do this to myself? Why? Why? Welcome to my bobbin hell. I apologize for what I have done to your bobbins. That was the end of that bobbin, so yeah, that's a good working length. I cut weird ass lengths sometimes, and I apologize for it because it is truly a nightmare. Poor Moon also got to experience your bobbin hell. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's right, with the... So Moon was stitching on my sweater, and we handed her a bobbin of floss. Thank you for the bobbinate there. We handed her a bobbin of floss, and she started unwrapping it, and then unwrapping it, and then unwrapping it, and then unwrapping it, and then unwrapping it. Because Toot uses the loop method, so it's doubled over. So, and they like to do like an arm's length of floss, like at least an arm's length, probably like a little bit more. Toot has a really wide wingspan. So their usual length of floss is quite wide. It's very long, which makes sense for the way that they stitch. They don't like switching needles. But I don't think Moon was quite expecting it. It was very funny. Alright, let's do a bobbinate. And actually, that's going to wrap up stream. So we'll bobbinate as we kind of wrap up stream and chat. Toot has very long arms. It's very cool. It's very helpful. I need Toot's help in here, actually, because there's stuff I want to hang up. But my arms, they are short. My me, it is short. Alright, we're doing 307. Maya! Welcome in. Moon says my arm wasn't long enough to pull all of the floss through. Yeah, you had some, like, significant hang time. Significant hang time. I was just about to write 304. This is 307. Saved it. Yeah. We're actually just wrapping up Maya while I bobbinate this strand. This bobbin. Someone redeemed a bobbinate. So we are back to our regular schedule this week. Schedules will go up in the Discord tomorrow. Toot's back tomorrow morning with Ghost Church. I'll be back Monday afternoon with co-working. Luna, welcome in. Welcome in. Like I said, we're just wrapping up. So I'll be back Monday afternoon with co-working, and then again Thursday, and then again Saturday. But like I said, the schedules are going to be posted in the Discord. If you are not already there, definitely hop in. If you could do the Discord command and the shop command while I am abominating. Check out the most recent drop in the shop. Check out all of our freebies in the coffee shop, and of course check out the Patreon if you would like the latest news and updates as to what's going on with the Cozy D8 shop, and lots of kitty pictures that you won't find anywhere else. What do you say? Yes, Toot is streaming tomorrow. If you have not already followed Toot, they do. I need to do the shout out for Toot because I can't. Because they can't, I should say. And Toot. Okay. They do no talking gameplay, so it is a great body doubling background. And like I said, they'll be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. playing Phasmophobia. Luna says your beautiful cat looks almost like your first cat, Minnie. Aw, this is Early. Earl Jean Grey is her full name. She is a sweetie. Big sweetie. She's my little buddy. Yeah, you're my friend to the end, aren't you? Alright. Successfully bobinated some 307. Some violently yellow 307. That'll go away in the box. Just gonna snooze the ad there. Commander says her full name is Earl Jean Grey. It is Earl Jean Grey. Yep. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm gonna put up the ending screen here now that I've done bobinating. I love doing these Stitch with me's. I'm really glad I was able to do it this morning. I will see you again for another mic'd stream next Saturday. And yeah, in the meantime, be good, stay cozy. I'm gonna find someone for us to raid out to. So if you are subbed, grab the first raid message. If you are not, grab the second one. And let's see who's around, who's online. Lots of friends today. Alright, let's go hang out with JC the Trash Panda. They're making some jewelry. That should be fun. Alright, my friends, remember, I will see you in the coffee shop. I'll see you in the Discord server. I will see you in Early's comfy cozy window spot, but most importantly, I will see you in my heart. Alright, bye guys. Bye.